in Frick Adventures. And as always, we are looking for new ways to astonish and entertain you in the most creative and enjoyable way. Now, last week I did a tutorial on how to make my fabulous tumbleweed. This week I'm going to work on my equally fabulous yucca plant. Now, this is something I came up with all on my own when I saw these claw pieces in sand green, and I thought, wow, those would make good desert yucca plants. Now, at the time I wasn't sure how. I thought about something like that where they're just in a straight row, but then as the universe works in mysterious ways, there was a Ninjago set that came out that utilized the the new mixel joint, and then this, I don't know if this is brand new, it's been around for quite a while, but it's got a ball on the end, and then it's just a pin basically. And what they did in the Ninjago set, they utilized this and then they turned it up on end, and they did bamboo, which is really cool. And I probably will create some of these with bamboo if I haven't already. But for today's illustrative purposes, we are sticking with the desert plant, and in particular the yucca plant. So there's no rhyme to how many you want, it's just kind of, these pieces they were hard to find, but I've noticed that they're coming back out in some new sets, so probably will be more plentiful. And I'm not even sure, I think maybe I found them on Bricks and Pieces, the Lego Bricks and Pieces, so online. So this is not going to be as hard to get as it previously was. So I chose 5 of them, and I was going to show you just real quick. So I think these come in white as well, but then there's the light gray, and the black, and then the reddish brown, which I've been experimenting with using them as tree, as roots, coming directly out of the tree to make them more lifelike, but I'm still playing with that. So we'll get back to you on that. I did try doing it in my Western build, and I wasn't real happy with how it turned out, but anyway, that's what you get. And there's white, I think those come in white as well. So I'm going to do a row of 5 today, and let's see, so they have to be up this way. Can I get enough? Let's see here. So yeah, been a while since I built them, and I don't have one that I did. There's really we're just gonna venture on, and they can be changed up any way you want them to. So, and you can kind of, probably do something like this, change them up, just to give them a little bit of variety in there, or batch them up. And then I've also, the tan, and I use tan for the desert, but you could probably use other colors. So you got the 2, and you got the 4, and you got the singles. So by intermixing different ones, because what I like to do is build them out and then keep them kind of sturdy, because then you just basically set them where you want them to go, and they fit on there pretty nicely. And like I said, they don't have to be uniformly, as a plant. And what you could probably even do is to keep it, like if you wanted a nice circular plant, come back behind and add in some coming up from this way, and then just put a plate on the bottom there to hold them together. But for my purposes today, we're just going to stick with one single row. Now what I like to do So then you got this, and then add the single, but turn it up this way so that you have a stud here and this stud here, because, and there again, I just kind of thought about this. So as you can see, it makes a nice little base. And then to dress it up, I can add, you know, and I suppose too, if you had, because I think the tan, and I probably have some, has a stud on this side and this side. So you could use them on the, and then you could put a, you know, something, build out this side a little bit too, just to give it a little more variety. But I didn't have to think about that till now. So then you can kind of dress it up, you know, or you build it out a little more. I mean, you could do whatever you want. And I got, you know, add colors of the cheese slope. Well, little cheese slope are hard to get a hold of. And gold in them our hills. So, kind of got a base like that. And like I said, you can dress it up different ways. And something too, on the top here, I did do this, you know, different levels and stuff like that. But what I started doing is, there's this new olive grass part. And so you can add like extra grass growing up here amongst in front. Just dress it up a little more. I just started doing that. I just kind of figured that one out. So then for the actual yucca plant, I got the little green. I'm using green. I think I had brown when I built them before, but I got these new green ones. So I'm going to use green. And you put it on the end of the pin like so. And then they just neatly clip on that pin. And again, you could use as many as you want. I just picked 5. I don't have, I just realized that these, I'd been buying up as many of these as I could, but I just realized that they now are more available. So I will be getting more, because you can't have too many yucca plants, especially in the desert. Now I will say this connection, this on here is not the best, but if you don't get crazy, so then you can kind of do a little variety with them and add another, you know, and you could easily, yeah, these things. Lego clutch power is not what it used to be, especially with these new, the grass pieces. They don't stick worth a darn. But anyway, so that is my yucca plant. And like I said, you can go to town with that and add to it and make big, you know, make a whole big area. I like to keep them kind of this small. I've got another variation that I do that I'll share at some point. I need to get one that I have built. But I really, this is the way, out of the two methods, this is the one I find to be the easiest and the sturdiest as far as for transporting and that kind of thing. Because usually all that happens is these pop off and you just pop them right back on. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. And again, this could be, you know, using the black and the gray. Could be a space environment, you know, and changing up. The only limitations you probably will have will be the different bricks with these studs on the side. But I don't even know if that would be a limitation, because there's pretty much all the colors anymore, I think, of those. Now, if you was to use a lot of singles, if you didn't have the multiple like this, I would recommend utilizing this, just a plate, and then build up you could do it this way with a plate. Start out your thing with the plate, and then you could, you know, if you had other colors, and then build out on the back side, and, you know, go do different things on the back side. So like I said, it's really versatile, and hopefully you can enjoy and make a few plants yourself. With that, I thank y'all for coming back and watching time after time. I hope that these new variations I've been playing with are something that entertain and delight you. So with that, as always, like, subscribe, share anything if you like what I'm doing. And y'all come back now, you hear?